What happened when the bully teacher found out that I am the principal's son? My dad took over as principal of my high school the week before my sophomore year started. I begged him not to tell anyone because I didn't want a single person treating me differently. I didn't want teachers grading me easy. I didn't want kids whispering that I made the debate team because my dad ran the building. He understood and he kept it quiet. It wasn't hard to keep quiet, honestly. I have my mom's last name, so there was nothing connecting us on paper. Nobody knew. Mr. Vance ran the speech and debate program, and his son Colton was on the varsity team with me. Colton was a decent speaker, but I was better. I'm not saying that to brag, it was just the truth. I won more rounds. I scored higher on the ballots. I put in twice the prep hours, and Mr. Vance absolutely could not stand me for it. It started small, the way these things do. He'd give the good tournament slots to Colton, even when I had the better record. He'd praise Colton's speeches in front of the whole team, but never say a word about mine, even when I placed higher. During practice rounds, he'd cut me off in the middle of my rebuttal to let Colton talk. I told myself I was imagining it. I told myself I was being sensitive. Then it got worse. He started scoring me lower than anyone else on the team. I'd run a practice round that I knew was clean, that I knew was sharp, and he'd hand back a ballot covered in red ink saying my arguments were shallow. Colton would stumble through a round, lose his place twice, and Mr. Vance would give him a glowing ballot and tell him he had real natural talent. When I asked him about my scores, he said my reasoning was surface level, and I needed to dig deeper. He said maybe varsity was too advanced for me. He said not everyone is built for competitive debate. I rewrote my entire case exactly the way he wanted it. The way he said a real debater would argue it, and he still tore it apart. He said I wasn't getting it. Colton got the anchor position on the policy team. I got bumped down to alternate. Mr. Vance started making little comments when he walked past my desk during prep. Things like, I hope you're actually preparing today. Or, let's see if you can keep up with the people who belong here. He'd say them quiet, just under his breath, just loud enough for me to hear, and nobody else. I thought about telling my dad. I almost did, 100 times, but I stopped myself. I didn't want to be the kid who went running to the principal the second something felt unfair. I wanted to handle this on my own. So I kept my head down, and I kept working. The breaking point came at the regional qualifier. It was the biggest tournament of the fall, the one that decided who advanced to state. Mr. Vance was in charge of submitting the roster and managing the team's prep materials. I'd spent 6 weeks building my case file for that tournament. I practiced every single night. I knew it was the best work I had ever done. The morning of the qualifier, I went to grab my evidence tub from the team room. The plastic bin where I kept every card, every brief, every page I'd spent weeks organizing. It was gone. My tub was just gone. I tore the team room apart looking for it. Colton was sitting in the corner watching me, and he had this look on his face I couldn't read. Mr. Vance walked in and asked what the problem was. I told him my evidence was missing, that someone had taken my entire case file, and that's when he said it. He looked right at me, in front of half the team, and he said he knew exactly what happened to my evidence. He said he'd seen me near the storage closet earlier, near where the school's competition supplies were kept. He said a set of brand new flash drives, the ones the school bought for the team, had gone missing from that closet, and he said he was reporting me for stealing school property. The room went dead silent. I felt my face go hot. I told him I didn't take anything. I told him my own evidence was the thing that was missing, that I was the one being robbed here. He said that was exactly what a thief would say. He said he was disappointed, but not surprised, because he'd known from day one that I didn't have the character for this team. He said he was pulling me from the roster and recommending I be removed from the program for theft. The whole team just stared at me. That's when I snapped. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just looked at him and said I wanted to talk to the principal about this right now. Mr. Vance laughed. He actually laughed at me. He said fine. He said he'd be thrilled to tell the principal exactly what kind of kid I was. He said the principal would probably expel me by the end of the day. He told me to go ahead and make an appointment if I really thought it would help. I said I didn't need an appointment. I pulled out my phone and called my dad. The whole team watched. Click here to watch what happened next.